Alright everyone, this is one of the very first videos I ever make using the Hopage for my video editing. I am going to go ahead and commentate the game that my good friend Forrest and I just got done playing. Let's see, I'll commentate as best I can. We know where the supplies are left on the base, checking out what the other team has. Double brutes, they're not quite general, meaning they'll probably rush or try some kind of cheap trick to beat us. So I build one more supply pad probably, and then build a barracks. Go straight to flamethrowers, which are best against infantry. Also getting another hog out. Thinking, do I really need it? Probably not. Rather save the resources for infantry. Thinking about building an elephant because it gives me an extra build plot on my base, but I probably won't have time to get around to that. Plus the elephants cost 400 resources. I could instead build 4 extra flamethrowers. So going back and forth from my base, we are anticipating a rush, a little brute rush. It's a real cheap tactic. It's pretty hard to stave off, but it's not impossible. We do it quite a bit. What really annoys us about this is it's just a really quick game. If they did end up winning, it's very little fun. Alright, my friend Forrest just notified me in the top right corner of the screen. He put a flare up saying, yeah, they're already on their way. Both their brutes walking side by side, headed to our base. That means it's definitely going to be a rush. So I do everything that I can to turtle up for that. I know they're going to attack me most likely, simply because I'm the UNSC, or the humans, not the aliens. And the humans can't build shields. The aliens can build a shield. It makes it much easier to defend their base early game. For humans, we don't have as much early game defense as the Covenant would.
Turret complete.
See, so I'm trying to get turrets built with flame mortar on them. Takes care of infantry better. I'm moving around like a madman here because I know what's coming. Trying to position my flamethrowers in a way that they'll be most effective. Each side of my base here. Really want those turrets up. It's really important, but you can only work so many resources. You can see I'm using the resources as soon as it hits 100 pretty much every single time. My Warthog try to get it. My friend's scouting their bases again. See what they're doing. Just confirming basically what I already know. That they're going to build brutes and drop them in on their big brutes, the Brute Chieftains. So I got nothing to do but sit around and, yeah, there they are. There's one, there's the other two. Okay, I got nothing to do but just build flamethrowers and hope that my buddy Forrest, who in this game is Sergeant Baker, can save my ass, basically. Because 2 brutes attacking one base, really hard to stave it off. I built flamethrowers. There was one point in time when my friend suggested I should have just went straight hogs, but they cost more, and I don't know, they don't take the brutes out as quick. I still think it might have been a better idea to build hogs instead. See, what am I saving up money for here? Probably a reactor. But I think I made the decision that, oh no, I was saving up money for a disruption bomb. If it was worth it. I came to the conclusion it was not worth it. If I actually used it and used the 450 resources required for it, we probably wouldn't. Oh, I did. Yeah, that was necessary, actually. And here we go. Whole lot of stupidity going on. This is really aggravating for Forrest and I because we play a lot of games with people like this, and it's just not fun. The game is over in, 5 minutes tops, and you're just double rushing. A lot of times, if they won, the game would just be over really quick. My friend Forrest is trying to take out this one brute that's almost dead. He had to go back home though, because if he lost his brute, he would probably have lost. So I'm just keep cranking out flamethrowers and doing what I can as far as that goes. I got one brute there that I'm really trying to focus my guys on. As you can see here, like kill that damn brute. Thank goodness my buddy bringing out jackals is backing them off when they're getting the ball of hate. That's what I like to call brute's special power. But the jackals are doing a pretty good job by staying inside the B-bomb. That was a good idea. Now these cowards go and hide in the corner, which is perfect. It just gives me time. Their brutes kind of glitch jinxing on my flamethrower. That's fine. You waste some more resources. By the way, when the brutes do that power, it uses quite a bit of resources. So anytime they're doing it, they're wasting resources. Everything in this game costs resources. There's nothing that doesn't. And there he goes again with the flames, but we're doing some pretty good damage on him. Nonetheless, we're several minutes into the game, and I'm getting 5 minutes into the game, and getting very impatient. This is a part of a time in the game where you are really hoping that they're not good. They're not like new accounts, and they actually are good. You're hoping that they keep trying to do this. This is gonna fail. My friend has got too many jackals, and he's running out of brutes. What you hope they're not doing is building a whole bunch of banshees back at their base. Not too quickly anyway, so we're anticipating that pretty heavily. Oh, and then there's wraiths, so that's what he was building back at his base. Changed things up a bit. It doesn't matter a whole lot because their brutes are so close to dead that I'm just gonna, dedicate everything I have to taking out those brutes. It's the only mission. I'll walk by the wraiths every time. I do not care about the wraiths. I just want to kill the brutes. If I can kill the brutes, they can stop hot dropping things in on me. And their brutes are running away because they know they have such a low amount of life. I think this one comes to his knees here. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, is he dead? Come on, kill him. Yes, good. Knees down, dead. That brute, so close to dead. I think I built a hog just to ram him. He's just that close. Those wraiths are a pathetic excuse for any kind of army. If you only have 2 and you don't have your brutes, they're not going to do any damage whatsoever. Build another turret. Yeah, I did. Almost got him. I know that I got 2 flamethrowers headed to him now. Yeah, I seriously think about building another hog just to ram him. I don't even have gunner yet. But I'm hoping that I can just ram him. Oh, more resources you're wasting. Bring in some more brutes. Fact is, they're just gonna die. Let's see. Did I build a hog? I did. I built the hog. And they're working on my barracks here. Let's see if they'll be able to take it out before I build one more flamethrower. And is this in it? No. Damn it. This is a real pain in the ass. Like I said, this is really not easy to just fend off. I mean, if the guys are good, if these guys were better, they'd have probably beat us. Just because it's such a tense, aggressive first few moments of the game. My friend Forrest and I, we really enjoy late game. Oh, eat dust. This is an important part of the game because things start to change big time right here. My friend and I are our attitudes are totally changed about this game. A lot of times we take a game, I don't want to say lightly, we just take it easy the game, play the game, enjoy the game. Now we're pissed. Now we're ready to just roll over them in any possible way we can. We're extremely competitive now. And he did a great job building jackals and whatnot. His brute's almost dead. He just managed it really well. There's another wraith. Let's see here. What did I build? Yeah, I built a reactor so I could upgrade my plots. Got to build another barracks. I don't know what else to build. I can't think of anything else that's a good idea. Barracks. I'm cutter. I can crank out stuff and cheap stuff that will at least fend off an army. But seriously, right now I'm very concerned that they have air out there that I'm gonna have to be really worried about. So I'm of course telling my buddy Forrest, Sergeant Baker, dude, you are building vampires. Please tell me you're building vampires. But this is where our 2 opponents really sucked it up. They not in a good way. Kind of in the. These are where our 2 opponents really failed, and this isn't uncommon. Most of the time, we get rushed. If we can fend it off, we find that they are just
All units.
inadequate at mid-game and especially late game, if it ever even makes it to late game. Because most of the time, if we get rushed by somebody, we are going to roll over you if you don't win. We're just gonna come out. We're not gonna stop. A normal game, especially if the guys are really not good, my friend and I will build up and build up and build up and sit there and wait. And we'll let them build up. We'll let them go ahead and see what their units do and see how well their air does against our vampires, or how well their grunt armies do against our tanks. We've had all kinds of things like that happen, and we play around a lot. And here they are, the Banshees, which I already knew were coming. So whatever. Change all my turrets to anti-air turrets. I think they attacked that one on the top left. That's fine because the other one's shooting at them the entire time. They're going to take out my vehicle factory anyway, so just undo that. Get them shooting at something that will shoot back. Okay. Again, I'm desperate. I'm like, oh my god, I knew they would build Banshees. I thought they would build more, honestly, I did. But it doesn't take a whole lot of Banshees. They are vicious. Early game, even late game. Banshees are just a mean unit. And I think my buddy here is coming in anytime. I think Forrest has got something set up. I'm good. I'll do that. No sense in wasting resources. I think as soon as my buddy's Banshees show up, he ran everything away. Yeah, okay, we're so. There go the Banshees. Yeah, what a coward. Let's see. I got Wraiths coming that I just saw a second ago, so got to figure out something for the Wraiths. Can't figure out. I'm in a huge moment of I can't decide on anything right now. I don't know what to do. Build another turret, of course. That's always a good idea. Don't build 2 turrets at a time. It's pointless. They will only build 1 at a time. So if you build all 4 of them, you've just taken away 1,000 resources when only one's building at a time anyway. So you could use that 750 resources to build something useful. Okay, now here's something I'm kind of proud of. They came in with the Wraiths, and of course, like noobs, they set them right up against the front of my base. So I crank out a couple Spartans as quickly as I can, and I am really hoping this works out well, because if it does, it'll mean a lot. Grab the Spartan, jack a Wraith immediately. Takes a Wraith out. Build another one, because this looks like it's going to work. And of course his brutes go to, ball of hating us again. And it does cause some damage, but it wastes so many resources it doesn't bother Forrest or I all that much. Let's see. Yep, I got one of them, evidently. Where's my... There he is. Can you get that? Get it. Get it. Okay, I don't need to build another Spartan. I could, but it would just... it's a lot of resources to waste. I got 2 Wraiths. No more Wraiths are going to come in. I harass his Brute here a little bit. Try to draw him to the Banshees. What a tiring game. I had too many turrets for the Banshees to really handle adequately at that point in time. Upgrade them all to anti-air. I think I destroyed this one because it was so close to being dead. It's not worth healing because healing costs 350. The turrets itself cost 250. The only real consequence of doing it that way is takes longer because it's got to build all over again. You can't build another turret while that one's building. Let's see, 39%. Heal that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do again. I'm trying to figure out what's the best strategy. And then I tell my friend, I'm like, I'm pissed off, dude. I'm sick of this. I'm just gonna start building hogs. I have 2 reactors. I can get my hogs up to mortar. And they're pretty powerful at mortar. They're actually not all that bad. And that Brute, like a complete moron, thinks we're just going to let him build a base right next to us when we have a half army of Banshees. Forrest ain't going to allow that. Although, if I could go back, I would probably suggest to Forrest that he run away just for about 30 seconds until the base gets built up and then destroy it, because then it certainly will waste his resources, and he would have perhaps invested a... supply pad or 2 in it, maybe shield. Either way, the Banshees would have taken it out before anything got built, just as well as they did there. Though I don't think they unbuilt that and regained their resources before Forrest destroyed it. I'm pretty sure Forrest just destroyed it. Alright, so a couple Wraiths and Hogs. And my buddy is attacking now, thank God. He's actually managed to accrue an army, something I have just not been able to do. I'm happy just to be alive right now. And they're not attacking right now. We're both just kind of like, I can't believe they're not attacking. Can't believe they're not attacking. Because they really should have been. They really should have been just kept spamming us with Banshees. That would have been really difficult to deal with. And they never attacked my buddy either. I think at this point, I think my buddy unbuilds his shield just to build, just to supply up. And yeah, well, no, he's building a shield now. I don't know why they never attacked him. If Covenant doesn't have a shield, he's probably going to be easier to take out than a UNSC base. And I think the UNSC turrets are quite a bit stronger. Need to upgrade a Grenadier. I said mortar earlier, but it's Grenadier. Building another base, because of course, you can build hogs faster.
Station complete.
Hogs are a really interesting unit in this game. I have gone through temper tantrums dealing with warthogs. Sometimes I think they're OP or overpowered, and because I get reamed by them.
All units.
It's just one of those units that is really difficult to handle, especially early game in rush with hogs. I think about debombing here. I decide not to. My friend's got a big enough army to take care of it. And yeah, there it goes. There goes his army. So that base is pretty much free meat. If I could go back, I might have given him a heal there for that, but I think I was far over. I was being really selfish. I wanted some hogs, and I wanted to get in on this also. This is a bad deal. He just sits there while my buddy is ball of hating his Banshees, and I'm building hogs. He's not attacking the base. I have no defenses on whatsoever, which could have been an easy fix. You got Banshees. After you stifle the enemy a little bit, the best tactic or strategy, in my personal opinion, is to use those Banshees' boost ability and make sure they don't build any more bases. Just go around and build bases, because when the bases have just started up, they're really weak and they're really easy to take out. Alright, his red army versus my buddy's purple army. Not shooting my brute at all. They really don't know what to do at this point. This is probably, I don't know, what is this, about 15, 16, 17 minutes into the game? This is honestly probably one of the longest games they'll play all day, because they're rushers and they just don't play games that last this long. And I guess, this is what happens when you go up against people that have been rushed too many times. I am bringing my hogs in now and attacking things because it's fun, and I really been wanting to take it back to them. These hogs are going to have to build hunters or, I don't know, wraiths to take care of them. Their Banshees could take care of them maybe, but not anymore. I think their Banshees they don't have enough coming in. I use the hogs to check the other bases, see if they got something else going on in them. I checked that one, and fairly confident that they just one base rushed it like noobs. And keep my wraiths here at home so that just in case for defenses. Here in a second, I do go check that other base way up top on the left-hand side, and even a little bit later, I check the two bases on our side just to see if if they're hiding a full army of Banshees somewhere. That's something I would want to know. I go and sort of scout with my army. They got shit locked down with a summit, which is a air factory for the aliens. Let's see. Yep. I got a few more resources now, so I can build some things. More hogs, guys. Yes. Okay, here I make a decision. Or here pretty soon. I usually upgrade my reactors to double reactors. That cost 1,200 resources. If you just build a third reactor, that costs 750 resources, which is considerably less. Now, the reason you would want to double up on one reactor, even though it costs more, is that you'd have an extra build plot to use to build another supply reactor, which over time would be more cost effective, or to build a vehicle plant or something like that. But I'm building hogs. They build straight out of the base, and I have plenty of resources to build hogs constantly. So I just build the reactor there. You need the reactor in order to get upgrades for your units, and last upgrade for the hog, you only need 3 reactors, or rather tech level 3. And that is a big upgrade from the Grenadier to the Gosshogs. Gosshogs are mean. At this point, my friends tell me, dude, I have 4 army, I have to attack right now. And I'm like, well, dude, I just bought Gosshog. Do you just give it a second? And he's like, And so he gives me just long enough to check these 2 bases, make sure they're not hiding up there. At which time I turn around, come right back, and I say, you know what, I'll just get Gosshog in the middle of attacking him. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, here we go. Here I just sit here and wait to purchase it, because it's the only important thing. As soon as I purchased this, I knew there was no doubt they didn't have anything. They had wasted so many resources. They don't have a scarab. They don't have a full army of vampires. They don't have a full army of hunters. They got nothing. And this is where it's all just a whole bunch of fun for me and my friend Forrest. Hogs are surprisingly good against leaders if you use the ram ability. It's like the only time the ram ability is ever useful. It is really, really, really useful. It's really powerful. It works great. Yeah, that didn't last at all. And we're happy to see his brood go down. Oh, and they built Banshees. Again, very happy to see that they've built a bunch of new units. Not really countering our units, just building what's effective quickly in the game. They are not that great at countering units correctly. Alright, the other guy built some vampires. Whoop-de-doo. We got brutes, and I have hogs. Vampires are just not going to last. They could literally get rid of Forrest's entire army. Though, of course, Forrest had a little bit of foresight, built some vampires of his own, unlike our opponents used their Y ability, which freezes the enemy. I don't know what the enemy knows how to use the vampires at all. What was that? Oh, they upgraded their... Oh, hey, oh well, it matters not. My hogs went ahead and took care of that. And I'm building more hogs just really for fun, because I know it's over. Yeah, and then I get to resign, and the other guy resigned. And that is how you put away a couple nasty noobs. Seriously, a crunching game. Couldn't stand it, except for the last 3 or 4 minutes. But it's really nice getting up from a game like that.